As shadows dance across the walls, an eerie silence envelops the air, setting the stage for chilling discoveries. Enter a realm where the living and the dead entwine, narrating tales that evoke shivers down the spine. Each whisper of the darkness beckons the brave, urging them to confront hidden mysteries. Prepare to have your heart race as secrets long buried begin to unfold before your very eyes.
Hi everyone, this is Chelsea with OMG Original Mystic Galz. In this episode, we went to Paracon, which is a paranormal convention in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. So we are going to see a lot of the speakers and, some pictures we took at the paranormal event at the Paracon. And then you're going to see, we did a short investigation in the vestibules of the Paracon just to see, if we could pick up on anything. And then it will be continued, so you have to check out the second part of it. But then the second part will be only the Paracon, no investigating, just the rest of what we experienced at the Paracon. Katrina Weidman's speech, I didn't record the whole thing, but part of it. So if you want to check all that information out, make sure you pick up on part 2 of this adventure of Paracon. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoy. What's he got? Wait till he turns around. Oh look! Do you want to get a picture with him, Mom? You don't? I said yes. Oh. Bye!
Years ago, because during his first term, President Trump ordered a number of JFK assassinations, not totally buy that Adolf Hitler and his wife took their lives at a bunker in Berlin. They were following leads that he had actually escaped to Argentina. Now, I apologize for the graphic image, I'll take it off there. But you might think, well, that can't be possible. We had that image of him actually being dead there. The Soviet Union found him there. Well, it's a little bit more complex than that. A lot of people think the body they found was actually his body double named Gustav Weller. The Soviets took the body, burned it, buried it, and then years later, as the Soviet Union was starting to fall apart, they were worried that it would become a pilgrimage place for neo-Nazis. So they dug it up again, burned it, and threw it into the River Elbe. To the United States of America, I am ordered to remain silent in regard to all that I have learned on the behalf of humanity. Incredible. I am reminded that I am a military man and I must obey orders. And so this is the story of Richard Burr. So the twist, everybody, some think this was his second or third visit to the North Pole. And I just call this version Crystal City. In this version, he's taken down under the North Pole again. And now
I started researching a cryptid called thunderbirds. Have you guys heard of thunderbirds? From Native American mythologies. Many different native tribes talk about these monstrous birds that are much larger than an eagle. They're called thunderbirds because the beating of their wings cause thunder and lightning shoots out of their eyes. But I interviewed many modern witnesses, starting in Texas and then other states, that had sworn that they'd seen these giant birds. And in fact, you guys have a very hot spot here in Pennsylvania, north central PA in the Susquehanna River Valley. Up there near Coudersport and Jersey Shore and all those areas, there's a long history of Thunderbird reports, okay? So I began interviewing people and collecting reports of these Thunderbirds many years ago. And then in 2007, I appeared on a show called Monster Quest. Has anybody caught Monster Quest lately? They're bringing it back. It's pretty cool. So I was on an episode of Monster Quest about dealing with Thunderbirds, and then shortly thereafter, I began getting contacted by people that had seen Thunderbirds and also things like the Mothman, okay? The traditional description of a Mothman, based on the early eyewitnesses like Linda and Roger Scarberry and Steve and Mary Mallet here, who encountered it on November 14th, 1966. Their car was chased at 100 miles an hour in a place called the TNT area, Point Pleasant, West Virginia. They didn't call it the Mothman at first. For a long time, it was known as the Bird, or the Mason County Bird, or the Big Bird. And eventually, some clever newspaper reporter dubbed it the Mothman. It's a pretty cool name. There were many sightings starting in November of 1966. There were a lot of weird things that happened around that time. There was a researcher named John Keel who wrote a book called The Mothman Prophecies. I'm sort of assuming some of you read that. Who went to Point Pleasant, interviewed the witnesses, and man, there's just so many layers to this mystery, okay? UFOs, lots of UFO sightings in and around Point Pleasant when this thing was being seen. It was, again, an anthropomorphic creature described as being about 6.5 feet tall, powerful man-like legs, gray color, giant red eyes that people say the eyes were hypnotic or would keep people transfixed. It flew at 100 miles an hour without flapping its wings. So, I mean, lots of physical impossibilities, descriptions of physical impossibilities, and then almost exactly 1 year, 1 month, and 1 day after the Mothman was first sighted by the Scarberrys and the Mallets, the Silver Bridge collapsed between Point Pleasant and Gallipolis, Ohio. 46 people were killed. It was frigid rush hour traffic right before Christmas. And many people, including John Keel, who I just mentioned, connected the Mothman's appearance with the bridge collapse. In other words, the Mothman was considered to be a harbinger or an omen of this cataclysmic event that was going to happen, okay? So you guys have probably heard a lot of these ideas. What I can tell you about my research into the Mothman is that it appears to be a global phenomenon, okay? And it's not just Point Pleasant, West Virginia, but I've interviewed people that have encountered these things all over the world. The physical descriptions change from individual to individual. The standard archetype is a human-like body with wings. But some people describe the wings as more bat-like. Some say they're feathered, they're black, they're gray, they're tall, they're skinny. So the physical descriptions are changing quite a bit, but the common themes again are UFOs. Many of the eyewitnesses describe developing precognition or psychic abilities after their sightings. Many of the eyewitnesses have described what referred to in the paranormal field as attachments or residual negative energy that follows them home, and then suddenly there's a poltergeist in their house, or they're getting weird phone calls. You guys have probably heard of the Men in Black, not Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith, but they're literally, at least in the early Mothman cases, there were these mysterious men in black suits that would show up and intimidate eyewitnesses and disappear in fancy vintage cars. There's just so many elements of weirdness and strangeness in this particular mystery. There's John Keel, who I mentioned before, and his book, The Mothman Prophecies. A little bit of an artistic license there. It's more. This is similar to the Mothman statue. If any of you guys have been to Point Pleasant for the Mothman Festival, 20,000 people, that's what they get now in Point Pleasant every September for the Mothman Festival. We've spoken there a few times. John Keel had a confirmation bias. I never met the gentleman. I did read all of his books. He was a UFO investigator who became interested or heard about the Mothman sightings in 1966, and so he went to Point Pleasant and conducted a pretty thorough investigation. But he had a bias. He was a UFO investigator, and he was also a patternicity guy. He thought, his theory was that all these things, mysteries that we describe, Bigfoot, UFOs, ghosts, are all connected. And that was his idea, is that these were all connected phenomena. Almost done here, guys. I appreciate you bearing with me. The Apkallu is from ancient Assyria. I'm realizing now I'm probably stepping on my next speaker's time, so I'm going to wrap it up right now. But the Apkallu or Abgal from ancient Assyria, often connected to the Anunnaki. Every mythology around the world has some kind of bird man or bird woman. The Harpies of Greek mythology, the Tengu of Japan, Garuda in India, and so forth. And they are often considered to be cataclysm or associated with cataclysms and tragic events, okay? And then these are some modern eyewitness drawings and sketches of flying humanoids, people that I've interviewed. 12-foot flying humanoid from Big Spring, Texas. The Owl Man from England. This one's from Mexico. I did an investigation there, so. All I can tell you about this flying humanoid phenomenon is that the individuals that have experienced or encountered these beings are completely traumatized. It's a life-altering, terrifying situation where people endure real trauma. And it's weird. I have no explanation to you about what this phenomenon represents. And so for those of you out there who are saying, okay, I'm really into the paranormal, UFOs, interdimensional, whatever, this is kind of what I think this flying humanoid phenomenon stems from. Something beyond our understanding, something metaphysical. Beyond that, I can't really explain what it is. It just seems to be a valid phenomenon. Guys, thank you so much for your time.
Hello, here's me and my mom, and we're at Paracon, and we met Katrina Weinman. Are there any spirits in here that wants to communicate today? Let's turn on the spirit box, shall we? Should I get one off as well? Sure. You don't have to, but this is recording already.
FM.
Whoa, that's loud. Oops. All right, let me see here. I'm going to do the damn thing. Are there any spirits here that wants to communicate?
Farther. Threat.
Threat? Who's a threat?
Positive.
Positive. We're coming out with a lot of things here. Positive, farther, threat. Can we get a name? There was somebody trying to tell us their name. Can you tell us your name? Who's a threat? Are there any messages you would like to relay?
Do you know?
Do I know what? I know there's spirits around
Where?
Here, but what's your name? Spirits are everywhere. Is there anything you want to tell us about your life or your story?
I lived here.
You lived here? Oh, cool. So what used to be here before this college?
Are you scared?
I'm not scared. Are you? Are you scared? You should know by now that we're not scared. We're the original Mystic Galz. We do paranormal investigating for a living. Don't we? She said they're scared of her pants. Do you want to give us your name? Or tell us about your
Male.
story? Male? You're a male? Okay. We're getting somewhere. Do you have a name? What?
Shoe.
Shoe? There's no shoe, but is
No.
there a story about a shoe?
You're back.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. What was this place before it became a college? You said you used to live here. Can you tell us more about that?
Bucks County Community College and the Zlox Performing Center is where we're at today.
But when you lived here, we want to know what was it. Can you provide us with that information? Katrina Weidman's here today. She's in the lobby over there signing autographs. Do you know her? She's a paranormal investigator too. She's done investigations with Jack Osborne, who's Ozzy's son. Do you know her? Do you want to relay a message?
Succeed.
Yeah, she succeeded. We would like to succeed too. We're trying our hardest. It's not always easy. You want to tell us about your story? Did you succeed in life? What did you do? We're going to leave this here. You can talk to us if you want.
I want you to go.
You want me to go? Why is that? Tell me why. Can you give me a reason as to why you want me to go? I mean, if you really want, okay, fine, I'll leave. So since you used to live here, I guess you feel offended that I'm sitting in your space. All right, I'll leave. Goodbye. Thanks for sharing your story. If there's any spirits here that want to communicate, you can go ahead and do that. If you have something to say about this Paracon event, hi, OMG. You have anything to say about this Paracon event? Nothing? Why are you being camera shy?
My throat is
Oh.
dry and I feel like I'm gonna start coughing.
Uh-oh. Do you want another cough drop?
I'm under the weather.
Uh-oh. She's under the weather. Let's not talk to her then. I'm sorry, Mama. Maybe we should get out the pine cone people and see if they can heal your throat. There's no spirits here that want to communicate.
Paul.
Paul, P-A-U-L, Paul. Hi, Paul. Thank you for giving us your name. What is it that you wanted to talk to us about today?
Confusing.
What's confusing? I'm always confused. Join the crowd. Tell us what's confusing. We're at a paranormal event. That's what we're at. That's why we're talking to spirits. Tell me what you're confused about, Paul. Did you pass away in this area here? Okay, we got Paul's confused.
That's all?
That's all. I told him I'm always confused. Paul, do you want to give us a background of your life story? That's all you wanted to say?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? You want to talk to us tomorrow? We're not going to be here tomorrow.
Energy.
Energy. No, you're not going to get my energy if that's
Maybe
what
the
you think.
energy is going to be different tomorrow because this convention today.
Or maybe he's trying to draw energy from you, and you're going to feel drained after this. You cannot take our energy, Paul.
You're being silly.
No, I'm not. I'm just being reasonable. Paul, are you going to join us in watching the paranormal investigators talk on stage later?
Katrina Weidman's here.
Yeah, Katrina Weidman's here. Did you want to listen to her speech when we go in there?
What shows does she have, Chelsea?
It said that it was loud caution. She has Portals to Hell, and I forget the name of the other one. She's on one with Nick.
Paranormal State, right?
She was on Paranormal State, yeah. In the
Open
early-
it.
Open it? Open what? Open it. Open it. What do you want me to open? Is there a portal? I said Portals to Hell. Maybe he wanted me to open the... Maybe he's talking... Are you talking about a portal, Paul? Is this still Paul? Katrina said she doesn't like the ghost tube. I wonder why.
Oh, really?
I mean, she said she don't use it often. Maybe she uses it a little bit, but she didn't sound very convinced by this app. So, Paul, can you make us believe in this app?
What she used.
Oh, I know what she uses
Oh.
on TV. Yeah, I see them use it all the time. Like, whenever she's on the show with Nick, they use a ghost box. Whenever she's with Jack Osborne, he has something similar. So how do I open
Are
this?
you okay?
Am I okay? I didn't feel okay earlier because there was something wrong with my throat. I don't know. I feel very tired. Maybe you're draining my energy, Paul. I don't know.
Yeah, should that before you?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm okay. Are you okay?
Maybe your aura got kind of...
Maybe they could tell I'm tired because I only slept maybe like 4 or 5 hours last night. Anyway, thank you for communicating with us.
I hope.
You hope. I hope I'm okay too. Are you trying to tell me to go to the doctors?
Quickly.
Quickly. I'm sorry, but you want me to quickly go to the doctor?
You're in a different mood today. You should be a little more,
Sorry. I'm just laughing.
serious.
I'm not allowed to have fun and laugh. Alright, I'm cutting this part out. Thank you for talking to us.
More somber.
Paul.
Abused.
Abused?
What is that?
Were you abused? Paul. Is this Paul? Why were you abused? You want to tell us? I'm sorry. I asked him if he was okay, and he said abused. Do you want to tell us what this place was before it became a college? Did you live here? Is this the same guy that was out in the vestibule with us? I have so many questions.
What'd you do with that flyer? The brochure?
I'm below.
I'm below. Is there something down in the basement here? Tell me what time the next show is. Is there something below in this building? Is that where you're staying, Paul? Is this still Paul?
I'm right here.
You're right. Now he's right here.
Eric Mental and Dominic Satel are there.
You want to tell us more about your story? I'm listening.
3:15 to 4:30. Ken Gerard is till 3 p.m. and he's the one, the cryptozoologist.
1:45 to
That's in Alaska. Do you want to just go ahead and
communicate. About your story. Communicate. His what?
Gym.
His gym. What, is there a gym downstairs? That's weird. Is that where you're staying? This one's talking a lot. Is this Paul? And what time is it now? I can't pull up my watch.
it's 2:22.
Are we allowed to just go in the middle of it?
2:22.
Not again. Tell the story. How many angel numbers did you see today? 1111. Wasn't it 111, right? Now 222. 909. You're seeing them all day long today.
Are you scared? Did.
Are you scared? Did. D-I-D. Did what? Are we allowed to walk in the middle of the
That's what
show?
I just asked. Is it like a movie theater? And you're
I
not
think we
really
have to
supposed
go at the time.
But right before the other one started, they were coming in early. But maybe they were saying you could come in.
Maybe. I'm kind of a little bit hungry, but I can wait. You want to get something to eat when we're done watching the next show? Or?
I kind of wanted to catch some of this one, but I don't know if we could just walk in.
You want to ask? Let's go ask.